The newsletter thing though? Well, Tuesday take home is paper, right?
But that's what
It does.
See, not everybody, not all schools
Okay, so,
only as a parent, if you signed up for it electronically.
I'm sure it would be the same format, whatever.
and they do an electronic Tuesday take home?
Yeah, but I'm sure that it's the same format, so it's the same, whether it's printed or put onto the website.
Right, yes.
It's the same format, so.
What we ask them to do is to put the flyer in with the Tuesday take home.
Right, but a lot of people don't.
You would get the flyer on the Tuesday, it would just say, Farlow Youth Football sign-ups, go to Farlow Youth Football.
You know,
Okay,
they
that would
do
be
a
it.
separate attachment to
Right.
the actual Tuesday take home also. You either have it in the newsletter or as an attachment.
And I think ours would have been, right, and it is, because some of them they would send with the Tuesday take home, but some of them they wouldn't. But if I can send it to them electronically, and they can just put it right on the hard copy and send it out electronically, do you think they would do that?
Yeah, they have all sorts, sometimes the Tuesday take home comes with 5 attachments for the sun program, for the choir concert, or some classes.
Are they full sheet attachments?
Full PDF files. Yeah.
Okay, okay, I like that idea, because that would, if they would do it electronically and in their actual Tuesday take home,
Yeah.
that would save us time. And it'd be more likely if they would be. Cool. All right. We like it. Okay, so the reason we had this meeting in January every year is to vote on the board. And these are the board positions. Did everybody get these on that email?
No.
No, the first one? All right, anyway, I'll go through them. President, vice president, secretary. Secretary is records. Treasurer, registrar. Registrar, there's online registration. For those of you that don't know, Baltimore Valley Youth Football used to be paper registration. And what would happen is, you would have, Johnny would come up to the league and say, hey, I want to register for football. And he'd say, oh, I'm sorry, we're full. And then a week later, Billy would come up to register for football. And they'd say, okay, come on, you can play. And so what they did is, or there were some leagues that you couldn't have, there was team formation rules. So if you had more than 30 players, you had to get a new team. So one league would say, we don't want to have another team. So they would just register 30 kids, and then when 31 came, they would say, no thanks, you're full. So they went to electronic registration, and the way it works is the TUIFL can look at all the registrations. And they can go on, and it used to be we could go on and see what Sandy was doing, see what Gresham was doing, and you could go to anybody's Bondi site and look at it. And they fixed that. It wasn't supposed to be like that. It's one of those things you kind of find just messing. But so they have online registration because it starts April 1st and it closes June 15th or June 1st or June 30th. You can't close it until June 1st. Okay, if you want to close it after that or have a waiting list after that, you can do that. So they went to completely electronic registration. So that's what the registrar has. The thing is you still have to do books. So it's easier now than it used to be, but it's still, you still have to take care of all those rules. You have a lot of rules. Coach of coaches. This year we're going to change where for the coaches, it seems like we have, last year, like Bo and I, with the 7th graders at least, we started out and we were practice together every day. And we were always kind of bouncing things off each other. And so it was nice to have somebody else to bounce things off of. And then it made it a little easier when you were playing too. We're going to have, the coach of coaches is going to have coaches meetings. And they're going to be at least once a month. They might even be more. Basically, we're going to have people that you're going to get up there and run coaches meetings. And you're going to go over offensive schemes, defensive schemes, what to do in these situations. All right? And I'll tell you a personal story. I know you guys don't like personal stories. I'm going to tell it to you anyway. We were playing in the championship game this year, and I screwed up. I did. It was 4th and 8, 4th and 12. We were on our 18. It had been raining. We'd already fumbled an extra point snap. I knew good and well that I shouldn't punt the ball. I knew we couldn't punt the ball, okay? And I was thinking, we'll throw a tailback pass. We'll throw it to Caleb. Caleb's aggressive. They'll pass interference. We'll get a first down. Caleb, no problem. Only minute left. Well, what's our tailback? Foster. Foster didn't throw the ball. He he got sacked. Look, I'm walking down the driveway the next day, and as soon as I stepped on the pavement, I just went, oh, I was like, what an idiot you are. I should have, because we were up, I should have taken the safety, and then I should have taken the free kick from the 20. Eli's got a boot on him, and he could have kicked the ball 40 yards downfield, and they would have had less than a minute to drive 60 yards. But when the game is going on, all I've got behind me, you need to punt it, you need to do this. We've never punted, we haven't punted for years. I know we can't punt, so this guy's yelling, you need to punt it. This guy's going, no, don't punt it. I needed somebody to say, take the safety. I mean, duh, duh. I mean, it was the easiest answer in the world, and what really got me is I've done it before in games. So that's the kind of stuff in the coaches' meetings we're going to go through and talk about, and what are you going to do in this situation if this comes up? Because you really do need people that are standing behind you that are thinking, hey, we could do this right. Now, they threw a Hail Mary and scored, and we ended up losing. They could have done that anyway, but still the same thing is you want to give the kids the best chance to win the game. And so that's just one of the things, teachable moments, hopefully. But that's why we want to change some of that stuff and have coaches meetings, because they ask every year. Head of officials. Head of officials used to be one of those things where the person just sent in the payroll every week. And now they keep making that different because we have trainings, we have 2 trainings, we have equipment checkouts. We still haven't turned our gear back in. And not us. I mean, we've got it. We're ready to turn it back in, but they don't want it till February. But it's gonna be $100 fines this year if you don't turn in your payroll by Saturday. So this uniform coordinator, we moved. Michelle did this, and it's apparel. Okay, I guess I'll back up to the beginning. President. Okay, I'm going to run for president again. Vice president was Eric Cornett. He's going to run again. Secretary. Who did you tell me, Scott? And more people can run. This is just who we know of.
Showing the Hunter.
Hunter, okay. Bo Collins, treasurer, he's going to run again. Registrar, we had a couple people, right? Dana, who's going to? And Marina. I have DBAC, what does that stand for? And I had, Erica? Coach of coaches, I know Kim Barden was going to run. Head of officials, Stephanie was going to run. Equipment or apparel, Michelle was going to. We do not have a sponsorship person. That was Wes. He's had some things, and he's not going to do that next year. Volunteer coordinator and sponsorship coordinator. The fundraiser that we do is the silent auction, and that's more of a, it's fun, okay? And it's more of like a team thing too. The teams get into that. Volunteer coordinator was Julie. She does all the snack stuff. She's also going to do, we are probably going to this year, one of the things, I had this on my list, my other list. At the end of the year, we're going to try to coordinate it to where every team gives the same award. That's basically, like this year, some of the teams did mini helmets, some of the teams did medals, and you can still do the other stuff if you want, but we're going to try to do something where everybody, it might be a t-shirt, whatever, at the end of the year, everybody at least gets the same thing. Julia likes t-shirts. But where every kid would get, like, everybody would get the same thing with this one thing. It used to be certificates, okay? And we'll try to organize, but she's going to organize that. Fields manager was Dave, and he's, I got to say this, I know you don't want to. He doesn't even have a kid playing. He doesn't, and he still, he goes out to Gordon Russell and unlocks the stuff and locks the stuff up, And I used to get phone calls all the time, I did, about all the water bottles left out. Because we get done in the dark and the kids just walk off and they leave their stuff out there. And then I tell Norquist to go up there because he lives close and clean it up. But seriously, Dave. Player liaison. Scott was going to player liaison. So, this is where if you guys have questions about the duties or what's expected, there are things that come up that we have to take him on, okay? But if you have questions about any of these, what's going to go on in that position? Oh, yes, yes, sorry. Good job. Where is it? Equipment manager. Yeah. No, where is it? Oh, no. It was because it's because we split this. Okay. So the equipment person, you don't have to order equipment, okay? We went back this year, like I said, to having the coaches collect the gear, and we got all of our gear back except one set. Last year at this time, we had 50 out. So, but we do have the container down here, which those of you who don't know, we bought the container, and so every year instead of paying rent for the space, it's already paid for itself. And then Barlow lets us keep it here. But yeah, the equipment manager, we need somebody that can inventory, and basically we have to know what we need to get. So, and we need to build shelves in there. Somebody will have to take a point on building shelves. We want to be able to put all the pants and stuff up above, and the shoulder pads underneath. So yeah, thank you. You have a question about board positions?
No.
Okay. You have to wait. We're going to do this first. Do we have questions about board positions?
So are we voting on all board positions today?
Yes.
So for people that didn't get emails about open positions, how is that fair?
The email list goes out to everybody. It should have gone out to all the members.
I never got anything, so I'm concerned that other people that also didn't get it, that aren't here, how is that fair?
What level was your son?
6,
What team?
Lauren.
Heather?
I sent like what emails out with that.
This meeting, the information was attached with them, the emails that I got.
If you're listed in Bonzi, you go through that site and it emails everybody that's listed in there. I mean, even to the point where it lists for like 8th graders that aren't even playing again, it sends it to everybody. And that's how we usually get emails saying, hey, our kid's not playing.
So you usually only get about this many people that show up?
Yeah.
This is actually a lot.
Yeah, this is a large number.
I don't think, we've never filled every position.
Not in the first round.
Yeah, that's,
Okay. Thank you.
any other?
If someone is interested in the position, though, they could not, you could say that at this meeting. Right.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not
absolutely.
hearing the other.
Okay, so, and you guys know the drill, most of you. We'll start and we'll go through them. If there's more than one person, I tore up paper strips, and we'll just do written votes. Now, the one thing that we do a little differently than others is we don't do all of them at once. We go one at a time, because typically what happens is you'll have somebody, they'll have 2 or 3 people that would do one job, and then they might do another job, because we always seem to have a need for someone. All right? So we're going to start for president. Or wait, does anybody have any questions on job duties? Clear as mud? Okay. We'll start for president. Does anyone else want to run for president? Okay. So we need nominations.
I nominate Nathan.
And a second.
Second.
All in favor? Okay. Now we go to vice president. Eric will run for vice president. Does anyone else want to run for vice president? If I die, it's your turn.
Yes, I got it. How much is it? Runners up.
Okay, so, hey,
No longer.
What's the date?
Clemens, you're writing this down, right?
What?
You're writing
Are
it
you
down?
secretary?
Doodling.
I'm not secretary, what do you want me to write down?
You said you were,
I
well,
didn't
like,
say
for president, you have to say Julie nominated, Bo seconded.
You don't want my doodling.
Are you doodling football plays or baseball? Oh, or basketball.
I didn't do that's all right.
Okay, so vice president,
Nominate Eric.
okay, nominate Eric,
Second.
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. These are no order, I'm just going down the list. Secretary,
I nominate Shirley Hunter.
I second it.
okay, does anybody else want to run? Good.
Heather, did you want to run? Nominate Heather.
Okay,
Get the paper up.
I'll write it up here so we know. I know. Is it SH?
Are you gonna hate me that I put your name in the hat here? Okay. I was gonna say, you're not coming over here. All right, I can remove that.
She knows where you live.
Anybody else? Yeah, you can take extra if you want. It came out of the recycle box, so you can just drop it in when you leave. Okay, so, make sure everybody gets paper.
We just want these and do all of them. Just right now.
No, can we do one at a time?
Because if they don't get
They don't
that,
get
they
one.
might
Yeah, they might want to do something else.
So this is what we do.
Who seconded it? I have your pen. She seconded it.
Oh, no, so that nobody's embarrassed about asking a question for the question box, everybody needs to be writing, so if you don't have a question, oh, no, that's second, never mind.
And what are you waiting for?
We're in the health classroom.
You're waiting. Did you get the tattoo?
Julie, give them to Julie.
Give them to Julie?
Yes.
Which Julie?
Grant's good.
What about Grant?
Of course.
The hat.
Ken?
No, that's fine.
Is there any more?
Especially now.
Maybe this.
I just want neighbors to explain to my friends.
Anymore? I think it's 5:30.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, tell them.
Or you can do it like a survivor.
And the next person.
And the first vote is?
You know what? You know what the kids watch? They watch Pawn Stars.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, when they come up with their final assignments, I'm like, what are you trying to get for this? They're like really like 40 points. I'm like, ain't gonna happen. I mean,
I can start you like 20.
I've got overhead. I'm like, maybe an auction if your parents was one of the bidders. Maybe.
I can see you getting 38.
Well, I've got overhead, retail, and then I got.
I got a lot of grades there in the book. I mean, at 40, that's a lot of money.
That's right.
Add to the email.
We're waiting for the books to be counted.
Brian just beat
Tell her to hurry up.
Once a year.
Okay, while she's doing that, let's go to treasurer. Roll call is right now. Does anyone else want to be treasurer?
Anybody else want to do taxes?
Get the contact.
It's taxes. Nobody wants to talk. Hey, I heard they were.
Taxes? Sweet.
Can we turn on our back?
Can we turn all our paper?
Everybody.
Okay.
I second.
Shalina.
Okay, so Shalina Hunter is secretary. Treasurer,
Go. Wait, you said
Julie.
it.
Oh, I'm
No.
sorry, what?
Oh, Dwayne nominated, Scott
Dwayne
seconded.
nominated.
Scott seconded. All in favor? Okay. Registrar. So we had Dana and Amarina,
Well, I think so. That's what you guys talked about, right?
is that right?
I nominate Erica.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, so we have, are you gonna nominate Kathy?
Nathan, that's what you want.
Is there
I
somebody
think
else?
you're here to
Figure
support
yourself
I'll
out.
give you a support person. I could think, help.
So we have two votes, two to get paper.
Oh, hang on.
Okay, wait,
Who is it right now, Erica?
Erica?
That's fine. I mean,
That's less than.
she
All
said
in
she'll
favor?
do it, she'll help, but.
Is that right? And they'll help you guys.
I'll
Yeah.
help you.
I'll help.
Yeah, my wife will too.
I won't.
Screw you.
Yeah. Okay, coach and coaches. I know Ken's not here.
I nominate Kim.
I don't second it.
Well, no, it's, and I don't know, you, with what we're trying to do, because he's coached so long,
He would like to do it, but he would also, if there was someone else that would do it, he would support him. So it's, he's happy to do it if there's not another person doing it.
so it, I want somebody comfortable running the meetings, and
And he would step right up and do the meeting.
it's just, we kind of made this one.
I mean,
Because
that's the
the
name
third
of
one.
the. No, it's the
He's a
name of
teacher, he
the.
used to talk to the large groups.
I'm waiting.
Sounds like the guy.
Does anyone else want to do coaches? I mean, this one, it's kind of like a lot of these things, and part of this is TVYFL is required a lot more. They actually are the ones that required this position to begin with.
I've got lots of ideas.
No, I know. I know.
Dwayne nominated and I seconded.
Is anybody else? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Head of officials. Every league. Seems like the president's wife is in charge of the.
I nominate Clint.
I'll second that.
Okay, Steph said she'd do it.
Oh,
I nominate Steph.
okay.
I second Stephanie.
Is anybody want to be in charge of the high school kids?
You want me to do it?
Two of them belong.
Okay.
You're already involved in the house.
I am
And
nominated.
it kind of surrogate bonds the other
Yeah, I
house.
know.
I get
All right,
calls
all in
on whether
favor?
or not.
Aye.
Apparel.
I nominate Michelle.
Nobody else wants to do apparel.
I second
We've
it.
never filled it before, Michelle came along.
And she did it fabulous.
Yeah, bad.
Fantastic.
All right, did you get that, Julie?
I'm on head
She's
of.
going to
All
Yeah.
I'm on head of officials right now.
Are you writing with the black pen or a blue pen?
Black.
Okay, here, I didn't say for us.
You nominated Michelle, Julie?
Can't be a blue
I'll
pen.
say it. I
And
didn't hear
so-
it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Equipment.